Hello everyone. It's James again. And today, I wanted to make a special video, and some might say a controversial video, about a particular subject that not only affects men, but it affects entire families. And that's how ladies' night is cuckold training for men, and part of narcissistic abuse. Now I first want to say, the ladies here that watch my videos, please watch this video all the way through before you make a judgment. Because what I will be saying in this video is very important for you to hear. Because it will directly affect you, along with affecting the men in your life such as sons, nephews, grandsons, and men you might be dating or married to, and so on. And yes, what I'm going to say will directly affect you as well. So please keep on listening to this video, and it will all make sense. Okay. So here we go. So when we talk about narcissistic abuse regarding a new person we might be dating, this person comes out of nowhere, and they end up being the perfect fit for our life. Usually for the first 6 months to a year. Then they start to let their mask slip. They might do what I call the narcissist do test on us, where they will treat us really badly just to see if we are going to take their mistreatment. And many victims do take it because they are so used to the nice treatment. They are hoping this nice treatment will return, like as if they are chasing a high. And the narcissist will indeed provide this nice treatment back. Hence the name. The sweet mean cycle. But over time the sweets become less sweet, and the means become more mean, until there's nothing but abuse going on in this particular household. Well, men experience something unique. They might meet a woman they hit it off with, and for the first 6 months everything seems great. This woman seems so dedicated to him. He has no problem with her spending time with a girlfriend she might have. Meaning, they might go out to coffee, shopping or dinner. The two ladies to catch up. And this man thinks, great, I've found a good woman. Then on the 6th month mark, or year mark, she says that her and her girlfriend are going to a nightclub or bar for ladies' night. And he can't come along. And that they haven't done that in a long time and are needing to bond. Now you have to ask yourself, why did it take 6 months or a year for this to come out? Why wasn't this woman doing this when they first met? So this man starts to feel uncomfortable, and states why he's not happy with this. She then tells him, he's crazy. He's reading too much into it. Blah blah blah. He's too jealous. And that her girlfriend's husband doesn't have a problem with it. And that he is the only one on earth that has this problem. And that he's crazy. Blah blah blah. Then he talks to a friend of his about the situation. And he is being told by his friend that he's overreacting. So he reluctantly says okay. And who knows, maybe she has a child to a previous relationship. And he now is chosen to watch this child while she and her girlfriend go out to a nightclub or bar, to so-called bond. And then it appears just like the sweet mean cycle. The sweets become less sweet, and the means become more mean. He now finds that she's more demanding than ever before. And she's needing to go out to ladies' night more often than previously. Or she might say, oh, you know, my friend is getting married. All of us girls are going to Vegas. You need to stay home. Stay home and watch her child. And even if she doesn't have a child, you must stay home. And before you know it, he repeats the cycle. Some frustrated man asks him the same thing. He once asked his friend. And he repeats. It's all in your head. There's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing bad is happening. And all he's teaching this man to do is what was done to him. And that was to stop trusting his gut instincts that something is wrong. And I ask you again. Why does it seem like these situations happen 6 months or a year after dating? Why don't they do this on the first week of knowing someone? Because they know they must trap someone into their web with charms. and polite behavior before they show you who they really are. They know if you went on a date with her. Then the next day, she went out to a nightclub or bar to party without you. You might lose interest, because you would see her as a party girl. So to hide this fact, a narcissist will paint a picture of themselves being wholesome and good. And when they feel that they have you hooked, they will purposefully let their mask slip, just to see what your reaction will be. If your reaction is to fix the relationship and hang in there with them, they know they can pull this same routine with you until they can drop the mask altogether because you won't go anywhere. They also do this in such a timely manner because it gets you to second-guess yourself and your gut instinct. Remember, the narcissist's job is to make you second-guess yourself and make you appear to be crazy to others. And for you to think you might be crazy yourself. Narcissist will use shaming and blaming language to control the conversation to get you to think you're in the wrong when you're really in the right. And remember, when trying to talk logic with a narcissist, you will never get logic in return. You might ask the question millions of men have asked but have never got a straightforward answer to. How can you bond and spend time with your girlfriend in a loud place with music at full volume and lights flashing? What's wrong with getting coffee or dinner like usual? These are places where you can talk, laugh, and enjoy each other's company. But instead of an answer, the crazy making starts. The gaslighting begins. And shaming tactics come out. And you have to ask yourself why. If this isn't narcissistic abuse, why are all the same tactics used that a narcissist uses? And the answer is, it is narcissistic abuse. You have to remember, narcissists, both male and female, are serial cheaters. They have several victims all going at the same time. But in this instance, we in society act as if ladies' night, where women leave the men at home, is some sort of rite of passage. This is why I state it's a unique problem for men. You can't go to a bar or nightclub on a day called men's night. It doesn't exist. These places don't revolve on men to bring them business. However, nightclubs and bars bank on the fact millions of women every weekend will go to these places where men will spend their hard-earned money on them. So you have to ask yourself again, what type of bonding goes on in there? The only bonding two women can do in a place like this is keep score. How many men hit on them versus the other? How many men bought one drinks over the other? How many men rubbed against them on the dance floor over the other? And you, the sucker, is stuck at home watching her child. Or your child. Or by yourself playing video games. Waiting patiently for her to be done. Now, how does this affect the women that watch my videos on my channel here? Well, you might be at work. And making a new girlfriend. And telling them all about your home life. And how happy you are. How you have a nice boyfriend. Or husband. So forth and so on. And now this new friend will start to love bomb you. They will do favors for you. They will be the most dependable friend. You are like crossed fingers, you're so tight. Then when the time is right, she will try to get you to go out to a bar or nightclub with her 6 months or a year later. And convince you that your boyfriend needs to stay home. And sometimes before this grooming stage. Because trust me ladies, she's grooming you. She will insert little jabs here and there to make you doubt your relationship. She'll make you think you have a problemed relationship. And she will make you think it's all your idea. She will be planting little seeds of doubt all the way through. Then when the time is right, she will want to take you out for ladies' night just to watch you fall. And so she can watch your relationship go up in smoke. Because some narcissists just like to watch the world burn. And watching a good relationship come apart is the best narcissistic supply to these people. So not every woman that does this to a man is a bad woman. She might have a narcissist woman she works with. Or a neighbor working on her and brainwashing her too. To the point where she makes the worst mistake possible and it's too late, it seems to turn back. The problem is our society accepts this. It promotes this as good and normal. That's why if you ask some guy you might think is your friend what they think, they will tell you it's all in your head and trust is all you need. Because they were once in your shoes, with their guts screaming at them to run. Run fast. But they were convinced to turn off their gut instincts and to become a cuckold. A cuckold without saying that's what it is. But if you peel back the layers, this guy knows exactly what it is. However, he doesn't want to see it. He wants to take the easy blue pill and live a lie. Because if he doesn't know, then he's somehow okay in his mind. But he's not going to tell you that. He's going to tell you it's all in your head, convincing you to turn off your natural instincts that danger is around the corner. Also to jump ahead. These narcissist types will use the argument that I don't care if my husband goes to places like that by himself. Well, we know narcissists don't like fair fights. So tell me, when was the last time you noticed a man, no matter how good looking, went into a nightclub or bar that had women running up to him, buying him drinks and trying to take him home? It doesn't work like that. And women that make such statements know it. That's why women that do this to men give them the option to go to such places, because they know their chances of anything happening is a lot slimmer than hers. Again, this isn't to say narcissism is all one-sided. There are just as many men as there are women narcissists, in my opinion. And this isn't to say that women cheat more than men or men cheat more than women. This is just stating a fact on how our society works. This kind of behavior is praised for women and demonized for men. If men do it, he's a horrible man, a horrible father, or a horrible husband. If a woman does it, it's high fives all the way. And you go, girl. And because it's a social norm, it's getting harder and harder for men to not take the blue pill. Because they much rather take the blue pill than be alone. They much rather take the blue pill than look at the fact as why this woman in his life is wanting to go to such places without him. And that it's a high chance that she's cheating. Taking the blue pill makes things tolerable. And when we are talking about narcissistic abuse, for both men and women, no matter if we are talking about dealing with our parents or our spouse, we are always fighting taking the blue pill. Because it's tempting. Because it's just easier to be abused but not recognize it as abuse. Well, I'm here to tell you, men, when a woman does this routine to you, and it's indeed a routine, it's a planned out routine that she has done over and over to many men, and force yourself to take the red pill no matter what the zombies around you say. Because there are good women out there that aren't like this. But that being said, you good women on my channel and beyond, you have to understand this is a social norm. And you can in no way support it if you want to have a good man to show up in your life. And you need to know not everyone has your best interests at heart. And sometimes when others hear you have this great relationship with a wonderful man, there are women that are surrounding you that will do anything within their power to watch your relationship go up in smoke. And to make you think it was all your idea. And that this man was all wrong for you. You have to be vigilant. And know how to walk away from such people. You have to know when to put up your shields and fight for your loved ones. The fact is, dancing can be enjoyable. I completely understand that. But we have to remember these places are charged with sexual energy, alcohol, and those of the opposite sex trying to mate with you. That's all these places are. And if you are with a good man, you have no business. No business in such a place while in such a relationship. Because it's not about trust. It's not. Because trust is something that is a work in progress. As I've mentioned before, if it's all about trust, why do banks have cameras and systems in place to prevent stealing? Because not just bad people, but good people might be tempted to steal as well. Yes. Good people can do bad things, believe it or not. That's why we are called humans. We are all sinners. We all make tons of mistakes daily, weekly and yearly. Well, having a relationship with blind trust is like having no security system to your life. It's just like flopping around on the ground like a jellyfish hoping you don't get taken advantage of. And I'm sorry to tell you, if you do that, you will be shocked because you will get taken advantage of by not only bad narcissists, but also good people too that couldn't resist the temptation. So what's the answer? Trusting your gut, guys. Don't take the blue pill. The blue pill shuts off your gut instincts. The red pill allows you to see things for what they are. Proverbs chapter 7 verse 11 says, "She is loud and stubborn, her feet abide not in her house." Men avoid this type of woman like the plague. God is warning you. This woman is your doom. And understand, she might not be this way at first. She might show herself a year later. And to that I say, be prepared to leave. The one thing that was freeing to me, no matter how long a relationship has been for, I'm ready to leave at any given moment. Now, does that mean I will leave over any little thing? No. No way. But if I feel like I'm being gaslit, or brainwashed, or asked to do something that's against my beliefs, I'm out the door. No questions asked. Nor will I try to prove myself or change the other person. Because if the person is indeed a narcissist, you can't change them. And I don't plan to stick around to find out if this toxic person is indeed a narcissist or not. Whatever they are is between themselves and the Most High. Not me. And ladies, you have to start being like that with your lady friends. Asking you to do things against your boyfriends or husbands. And you're going to need to start standing up and speaking out about this. You have a society of men that are either brain dead from a mass dose of blue pills, or men that have taken the red pill and are very smart and alert to what's happening. If you want a man that's alert to what's happening in the world, you're going to need to separate from these women that are wanting to pull you down to their level. It's that simple. Because remember, they just want to see your relationship go up in smoke. And men, all this is narcissistic cuckold training. Remember, narcissists love power. And narcissists are twisted and sick in their power grab. And to have you be the loyal husband at home watching the kid, while they are with another man, heightens the charge they get from such an act. Knowing that you are so helpless, and that you are just taking it, and they are so powerful they can pull this all off, makes them feel like they are almighty and all-powerful. Well, we know they're not. But this is how they think and how they feel. Remember, this is all a grooming phase. The niceness you got in the beginning was just a trap to lull you to sleep, and confuse your brain patterns, and get you addicted to the dopamine that's released in the brain. So when they want to hang out with their male co-worker, or go to ladies' night, you might not break up with them so easily. This is why you rarely see these types pull the stunt on the first week or month of knowing you. Because they know you might leave. One thing that many aren't aware of is, since DNA testing has become popular, some of the numbers show that 1 out of every 10 people was fathered by someone other than who they know to be their father. The numbers also show that the places where people find someone to cheat with do so at nightclubs/bars, work, and the internet. So if you're dating someone that wants to go to the bar or nightclubs but they are dating you, this should be a red flag to run. If they are wanting to work a 8 to 10 hour day at work, then go drinking with someone they work with of the opposite sex. That's a red flag. Or if they spend all their time chatting with people on the internet instead of spending time with you, that's a red flag. And it should be a red flag for both men and women. But we live in a society that if a man says anything about it, he's called nuts, crazy, jealous, insecure, a little boy that needs to grow up. And the list goes on and on. But I'm here to tell you what this really is. This is narcissistic cuckold training for men. It's narcissistic abuse. And it's about power and control. It's that simple. And for good women. It's a way to have evil women watch your good relationship go up in smoke. I hate to be the bringer of bad news. But it is what it is. Take the red pill and I think you will see that what I'm saying is right. Because when we know better we do better. Like I always say. Knowledge is power. The more we know, the more we can lead happy and healthy lives. Until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.